What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to review Daredevil Born Again Episode 5. This show, in my opinion, it was still a really strong episode, but in my opinion, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Not because I didn't love the episode, I did. I feel that it's the weakest of the series so far. Not to say I didn't enjoy it. I still really enjoyed it. I'm giving it an 8, bro. I still really enjoyed it. But let me explain what the premise is. And to anybody that says this episode was filler, it's not filler, bro. This episode makes Matt realize that he has to be Daredevil again. So, and we'll get into why. So, this episode has Kamala Khan's dad in it from Miss Marvel. And bruh, this actor, I'm just gonna talk about the Kamala Khan's dad's actor, Yusuf Khan. I mean I'm just gonna talk about Yusuf Khan's actor. This guy should be in more MCU things. Honestly, he brings a charm to it. We got to see Matt be charming and Matt also be a badass. And probably one of my favorite scenes of the show, honestly. So you guys know how much I talk about how accurate this is to a visually impaired person, because I am one, right? So you guys know how often I talk about how accurate this is to actually being blind, right? One of my favorite scenes in this, and keep in mind, both of it, because I'm recording my reviews for episode 5 and episode 6 today. Both of these videos will have spoilers in them, so I'm gonna start with spoiler talk now. So this episode really reminds me of Reservoir Dogs, because it's like you have people robbing a bank, and the episode is set on St. Patty's Day, and they have the all the robbers are Irish, right? So they have that. But anyway, let me talk about my favorite scene in the episode. So this isn't gonna be everybody's favorite episode, but this is one of the reasons why I think it's the weakest of the season. But yeah, but it still has probably one of my favorite scenes of the season so far. So yeah, for me, my favorite scene. So Matt, Yusuf, and the bank robbers, Matt standing up. Matt, they decide to the cops tell them to give back 2 hostages, basically. So he chooses Matt, the Irish bank robber, well, they're all Irish, but the lead bank robber, Green, chooses Matt and a woman, right? And the woman and her husband just got married. So she's like, no, 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 no. And the husband does what he's supposed to do and says, honey, don't worry about me, just go. Honey, don't worry about me, just go. And then Matt's like, he can take my place. He can take my place. And the Green says no. And Matt's like, and I'll explain why I love this scene in a minute. Matt's like, don't take pity on me just because I'm visually impaired, or something like that. I forget the exact line. But, bruh, I'll explain why I love that scene so much in a minute. And he's like, I can't do a good Irish accent. But he's like, sir, solicitor, you think I'm taking pity on you because I have I'm throwing a bone to the visually impaired? Nah, I don't like you. I don't like what you do. Because they find out that he's a lawyer. I don't like what you do, right? I don't like what you represent, so I want to get rid of you. And then he's like, I appreciate that, but let the husband go with the woman. And he decides to let the husband go with the woman. Now, the reason why I love that scene so much, where he says, don't take pity on me just because I'm disabled. And this is my opinion, I hate, because it's happened to me before, where somebody is really nice to me just because I have disabilities, but they're not really nice to everybody else. I hate that. If you're gonna be nice to me, be nice to everybody, everybody that you interact with, right? That shows your character, right? I also hate when people sugarcoat with me. Now, if you don't know what sugarcoating is not telling the whole truth, right? So it's like, say if I was really annoying to somebody and you guys met me, I would like for you to tell me, hey, Noah, maybe we can talk about something else, or maybe we can do something else. If you have a issue with something that I'm doing, I would rather you say it to my face and not sugarcoat, because I can learn from that, right? And that's how I relate to that scene, because, bro, a perfect example is, because I've had it happen to me where somebody is really nice to me. It doesn't happen a lot, right? Like, I've been around a lot of great people in my life. But, like, I've had it happen to me where somebody is really nice to me and then rude to one of my friends or all of my friends, because they're not disabled, right? And I agree with Matt here. If you're gonna like, don't pity me because of my disability, right? Like that, and that's probably one of my favorite scenes in the episode. That's probably not gonna be everybody's favorite scene in the episode, because I don't know how many people with disabilities watch this show, but it's one of my favorite scenes in the episode because of that reason. Because I don't like when you pity me, right? I can tell you when I can't do something. I can tell you when I don't want to do something. I can handle the truth, right? So yeah, it may hurt me to handle the truth, but I can handle it and learn from it. So yeah, that's probably one of my favorite scenes in the season, just because of the fact that I am a person with disabilities, and I really liked how they represented that, right? And again, with Matt's powers, bro, I love the way that they demonstrate Matt's powers and make you feel like you're a blind person, because blind people, so normal people see with their eyes first. Blind people hear things first, or taste things first, or touch things first, or smell things first, right? So I love the way that they demonstrate his powers in this show. And the cinematography, we'll talk about more of the cinematography in my review of episode 6, but bruh, this episode is so good. So yeah, I would give this episode an 8 out of 10. Like, again, I think it's the weakest of the season. Not because I didn't love the episode. I just think it's the weakest of the season, right? Because, but the episode is not filler, right? I don't want to hear anybody say it's filler. It's fine if you don't like the episode, but it's not filler, because this episode and episode 6, well, episode 6, Matt does become Daredevil, but like, he accepts and technically becomes Daredevil at the end of 5. And one more thing before I let you guys go and record my episode 6 review. Bruh, this um so after Matt like we get two awesome fight scenes, bro. Like this episode, one thing I also love about this episode. See, I call it the weakest in the season, but I love a lot about this episode. Right. One thing I love about this episode, one other thing I love about this episode is so Matt tricks one of the bank robbers, Red, into going into the bathroom, right? But he has to go to the bathroom. So Matt uses his tie to like choke him out. He uses the tie as like a noose around the guy's neck. So he chokes him out, and then Matt, like a badass, because he's trying to not make too much noise or any noise at all, right? Is like so the Red has a shotgun or a rifle in his hand, and the rifle drops, and Matt like slides down like John Wick and catches the gun, and then hides Red's body and takes the mask. Oh, one other thing I loved is the actor that plays Yusuf Khan and Charlie Cox's chemistry throughout the episode. I love that. I hope we get the dinner scene that they teased. I hope Matt meets Kamala one day, right? I really do. I really do, because I just want to see more of these characters on screen together. But yeah. And then the last fight scene, so Matt gets the diamond, throws it to Green, the lead guy, and the cops come in, like SWAT comes in, right? So they like blind it with they throw down tear gas and smoke and stuff, and Matt can still hear and see and smoke basically because of his senses, right? So Matt like takes his cane and he folds his cane. Like if you've never held a cane before, you can fold it, and he folds his cane and like basically knocks one guy out, and then the best scene one of the best scenes in episode 5, like the best action scene in episode 5. So Green slips away in a cop uniform, like he changes uniforms and he slips away in a cop uniform, and Green almost gets away, but Matt uses his Matt uses being blind to his advantage a lot in this season, right, where he's like, oh, officer, I'm injured. What? I'm injured. So the officer lets him go, and Matt chases the guy, Green, down and puts the red mask on, and I think that is when he becomes Daredevil again. Not when he puts the suit on in 6, even though that has one of the best lines in the series, but we'll talk about it in my episode 6 review. That scene, where he puts the red mask on, that scene is where he becomes Daredevil again. So he basically chases him down, and the one thing that I do like about this, Matt hasn't been Daredevil for a year. He can still whoop ass. He can still kick ass. But he's not at 100% as a fighter because, again, he hasn't acted like Daredevil for a year. Right? So yeah. Him and Green are fighting, and he literally, Green shoves him against the wall, but then Matt, and this is perfect sound design, bro. Matt does a jump kick and kicks the guy in the leg, and you can just hear crack. I can't do the sound effect, but you hear bones crunching and shit, and And I love that scene. Oh my god, I love that scene. Because Matt, and this isn't him as Daredevil yet, but, well, this is him as Daredevil, but he's not, like, in his suit or anything. So, but, like, now I believe, and Disney has proved, Disney's proven to me that they can take it to R with Deadpool and Wolverine and now this. Bruh. So, yeah. If you guys have had a chance to see episode 5 of Daredevil Born Again, please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for all your support, and I hope you have a great day. And guys, I might upload both episode 5 and episode 6 today. My reviews of both episodes, we'll see. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.